Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here today. It's our third faculty meeting of the year. This is my third month at Eastlake Middle School. Over the last 2 months, I've spent a lot of time getting to know you, your families, kind of getting a feel for the culture at Eastlake Middle School. It's a great place to be. Today, with this presentation, first and foremost, I just want to kind of set some expectations, learning principles, talk about them. So when you start seeing me in your classrooms over the next few months in the hallways, side conversations, pre-conferences, post-conferences, you know why I'm asking questions. You know what I'm looking for, and there's a level of comfort. Thank you for completing the Do Now. You'll notice I'm a big proponent of educational technology. 5 years ago I wasn't. 5 years ago I was scared of it. Through self-reflection, a few mentors here and there, talking with people, I found some very effective tools that I feel promote learning in our students. I've also found tons of tools and you know, an abundance of tools that don't. And the only way to find and work with any education technology is to take that risk. So my goal today, a side goal, other than the principles of learning, is to just expose you to a few platforms or tools that you may want to use moving forward. So the Do Now Use poll everywhere. We also have today's meet, again per our district technology plan. This is part of every faculty meeting. Remember, just put your name in. Let's use digital citizenship. First name, last initial. It's private. It's only going to us, right? Here's the web address, www.todaysmeet.com/EMS March for Eastlake Middle School March faculty meeting. At any time today, please leave comments, questions, ideas about today's topic, which is good teaching and effective learning. I look forward to read through them if you have time at the end. We'll see what others had to share with us. So at any time, have a tablet or smartphone out, have this web address up, and impulsively, all right, share with us. I look forward to reading them. So let's talk about what my job is not. My job is not to catch you. You see the Lego picture up here, very fitting right now in my house. My 3- and 4-year-old son, you walk in, the Lego table, I think every character has combined together to take down the bad guys, okay? So I'm not here for that. I'm here to collaborate. I'm here based on the experiences, based on the interactions and connections I've made over the last 10 years of teaching in 2 different districts. So everything I share with you is from experience. I think it's important we all understand that we didn't invent this, what we do, okay? We simply are working together to make it better because it's evolving and our students are evolving. So it's not part of a gotcha game. There's a great blog. I put a link down there if you want to read the full article. One of the members of my PLN or PLC who teaches up in North Jersey, actually is a supervisor now, he talks about the gotcha game. And he talks about what we are not about. So don't think about it as a gotcha game. I want you to think about it. I put a few points here. The left side is my thoughts. The right side is how I want you to think or reflect. I'm going to be frequently in and out of your classroom. Informal visits, talking to students, talking to you, trying to feel not only the concept, but the level of thinking that's inside your classroom. Also, invitations, accepted. Please, invite me if something's coming in. It's hard to see everything, and I know a lot of times, from my experiences, there's something, really good lesson, I hope I get observed today, I hope somebody walks in today, and those are the days that, of course, nobody comes in your room. Okay? I have a genuine interest in what your students are doing. When I'm in there looking, I'm gauging where they're thinking. Okay? I'm not out to see how you're doing or where you're at. I'm here to promote, please, on your end, promote your accomplishments. Send me an email. Send me a text message. Send me some sort of communication that keeps me up to date whenever you feel necessary. Risk-taking is promoted throughout this whole process. I talked about educational technology risk-taking, also with instruction, moving to the Common Core, having the park coming in next year, having the depth over the breadth concept. Now we're trying to get deeper with less content. So please, always know that I'm here to promote your risk-taking. I may ask you to validate or why you're doing or the theory or thinking behind it on your end. So again, I can connect with you and understand why you're doing that in your classroom setting. So I need to know what motivates you. I talked about my learning through experiences, I just jotted down 3 quick thoughts that motivated me. Technology motivates me. Our students are born, some of them with tablets in their hand. I'm guilty. My 3- and 4-year-old at home, the things they can do on an iPad, I didn't even have that, I think, until 2 years ago. So we have to make sure we nourish that, and we foster it, and we teach the correct ways so that these platforms and technology can be used to help our students grow. I've coached for 10 years, 3 different levels, all right, ranging from college all the way down to youth football and youth baseball. So coaching and teaching to me are the same. Coaching is an extension of teaching. Teaching is an extension of coaching. I've talked a little bit about reflection already. I believe in self-reflection, reflecting with your peers, trying to run with what works and weed out what doesn't work. Let's pull up our results from our Do Now. Whoa, 40 people, thank you. Thank you for participating. I appreciate it. It shows the overwhelming thought in the room. Home structure of the student. How important is that? What kind of home environment is your student going to, or our students going to, at Eastlake Middle School after leaving? Okay? Who's there? Who's there to support? Who's not there to support? 9 of us said that it's the teacher's ability, 5 said psychological. Kind of a trick question here. All 4 are very important. Okay, so now it's my goal, now that we've talked about these 4 themes are going to kind of umbrella principles of learning. I picked 10 today to focus on, but these are the 4 themes I'm going to run through and talk about. The first one's communicating. Communication. We just saw home. A lot of us feel home is the main component to student growth, to student learning. Well, what have we done to help improve the relationship with home? What have we done to talk to the parents, to talk to the grandparents, to talk to the aunts, uncles, etc., to nourish the student who goes home to nobody? Maybe mom, dad work a night shift, and an older sibling's babysitting. Well, their home structure and their reinforcement for homework is going to be a little different than somebody that goes home where there's a parent there to coach them and help them. Okay, so what have we done to help nourish that? Email, distribution lists. It's very simple. It takes a few minutes beginning of the year, period 3, period 4, period 5, period 6, etc. Send group just maybe bi-weekly. Tell them what's going on. If you know something's going to be difficult, a test is coming up on Friday, just write a quick email home. Hey, I want you to understand that this is a difficult concept. We have a test on Friday. Here are some ways you can review with your student. Website. Now, I've had an EduBlog. Okay, I've since turned over 100% Edmodo. Edmodo builds a 24/7 learning environment where you don't even have to be the main player. If you set up your Edmodo where students can interact with each other, I promoted my students to talk to each other. I say, ask a question. I'm going to do my best to answer that question. But understand there's 20 other people in your class that can answer that question. Now they're thinking outside of the class about what they did that day. It's the brain processing again. Blogging something, I'm going to get more into it, a few in-services, especially at the park once the New Jersey Ask is over. Different ways. Kid Blogs is a big platform we could use to help students type their thoughts, learn how to structure their writing electronically, and kind of build those typing skills they're going to need. Phone and in person. A lot of times, conferencing, quick phone call, you take out all the interpretation pieces that the technology may bring. Second one, physical environment. When I walk into your classroom, what I'm looking for. How do you group your students? I used to use a 4-3-2-1 strategy. Beginning of the market period, they were in groups of 4. Maybe it was 2 weeks, maybe it was 3 weeks, groups of 3. Okay, first market period's coming to an end. Second market period's coming, now they're just with somebody else, a pair. And eventually by mid-term or by the midterm point, I tried to take them away from a group for a week. But they understood, even though they're sitting by themselves, we set the environment where student interaction and collaboration, they could talk to their peers, as long as it was positive talking. Okay, I'll get to that in a few minutes too. Positive noise, it was promoted, and we wanted them to do that with their peers. So does your grouping promote collaboration, talking, helping each other? A student helping another student, that's a form of studying. A student helping another student can create a higher level of thinking. And equity. Sometimes, we group, the kids that are deemed the high-level kids with the high-level kids. Well, you're not helping anyone. All right? Have that heterogeneous grouping. Create equity. Promote and expose all students of all levels to the same rigorous curriculum. And evidence. When I walk in, I'm looking for walls. Are they empty? Do you have evidence of different learning, differentiation, etc. Okay, the next one, the psychological environment. Very important. How your students feel in your classroom. How do you greet your students? How do you motivate them? As they walk into your classroom, are you standing at the door? These little things that, especially when I started, I didn't think were important. As I gained experience, I talked with colleagues, all right? I learned. These are the little things that might make a student's day, week, year. Just little interactions. So, do you have a hook? Do you motivate? Music, videos. I've used TED videos, I've used music videos, just popular songs in your classroom during homeroom to kind of get them hooked in for the day. Do your students feel safe to take risks? And can they fail successfully? Failing it shouldn't be shamed. Okay? Failing is a process of learning. So do they feel comfortable taking a risk? Maybe not getting the right answer, but then going back to where they made the mistake and going a different direction. How is respect promoted? Respect within the peers, respect to the instructor, different dialogue sets the students have. And then again, I thought it was important to put the evidence of differentiation, equity, individualized growth within the psychology. Okay, differentiation is very important. It's very important. Everybody does not learn the same way, and it's our job to promote the different ways they learn. Now, last one.